What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new. Let's get into it, man. So we're back with another one. We got the Mavs and Wolves. We got the Western Conference matchup, man. So we gonna do a preview. We're gonna do this a little different with this. We're gonna do a preview of what we should expect from this series, or at least game one. We're gonna go game one. We're not gonna do the series. We're gonna take it game by game. We're gonna do a preview of what we expect from game one. So we saw Anthony Edwards came out in this post interview after eliminating the defending champs again, whose coach is hella butt sore, by the way. But anyway, um, came out saying, "Hey, I got Kyrie. I'm guarding Kyrie next." Right? Love the energy, love the enthusiasm, and I love the type of time Anthony Edwards is on. He's accepting of that challenge, and he said, "Hey, I ain't backing down from nothing. I ain't running from nobody, including Kyrie." Um, I think that was smart of him. Reason being is when you're playing defense on Kyrie, he doesn't necessarily search out for drawing a foul as much as Luka does. But the thing for Anthony Edwards is you got to be careful wishing for that from the perspective of he may get in foul trouble guarding Kyrie. Kyrie is not an easy guard whatsoever, even though he's bigger than Kyrie, probably just as fast. But Kyrie is one of the best ball handlers we done ever seen lace him up and get on that floor. Let's be honest. If not the best, he's one of the best to ever do it. From an under the rim perspective, from the guard perspective, Kyrie is one of the best to ever do it. Um, and so I say that with saying like, I love the energy and enthusiasm, but I was watching Ant-Man in that Denver series, and there were situations to me when he took Jamal Murray and was picking him up and playing some solid ass defense. There was lows within that game I could see where he looked fatigued. He looked tired. You know what I mean? He looked drained. He looked out of it. He can't afford to be drained on the defensive end and shortening himself on the offensive end going against a team like this. Reason being is Luka is relentless. Kyrie is relentless. And we've seen both of them go off for 30 plus in one game apiece. And then you got PJ Washington, who's balling out of control. Tim Hardaway Jr., who is starting to get his legs back under him. And then Derrick Jones Jr. And these other young players that's right there with him. You still got Gafford, who's going to rim protect. You got Lively, who's going to rim run and rim protect as well. So you got two bigs who can get after it. My thing is, they can't afford to have Anthony Edwards shortchange them on their offensive end because this Dallas Mavericks team has a lot of offensive firepower, and it's something where they got to be careful with that. Me honestly, I think he will guard Kyrie in spots, but not consistently. I think Mike Conley's going to have to guard Kyrie, and you're going to see Kyrie probably post up a little bit more. You're going to see what is it? Alexander Walker probably guarding Kyrie more. You're gonna see. I don't think they'll stick McDaniel or Daniels on him. I think they'll have McDaniels guarding Luka primarily the majority of the time. But again, you gotta if you're the Minnesota Wolves coaching staff, you gotta make sure you're playing it smart with the minutes and not letting Anthony Edwards get in foul trouble or guarding Kyrie too much because he might tire himself out. You can't put him on Luka just because Luka is gonna definitely fish and search for getting him in foul trouble. Luka's gonna try to get Anthony Edwards in foul trouble. If he's guarding him, that's what he's gonna try and do. Y'all can mark my words, quote it, write it, or however you want to put it. That's what's gonna happen. And then Cat's gonna have to play extremely aggressive as well. Again, the Mavs have two bigs, two true bigs, and Lively and in Gafford. The Wolves have Rudy Gobert. They got Karl Anthony Towns, and they got the reigning sixth man of the year, and what's my man's name? I just drew a blank on his goddamn name. Naz Reid. There we go. Naz Reid being the reigning sixth man of the year. So they got two scoring bigs, and they got another big that's supposed to defensive player of the year, and Rudy Gobert, who can rim run and block shots and rebound. That's just essentially what he is, right? Rudy Gobert is prone to getting into foul trouble. We seen it. We saw him foul out last series against Denver. So he's not really an offensive threat at all. Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid are the true offensive threats from that perspective. For the Mavs, PJ Washington is going to have to play huge, even though he's undersized. He's going to have to play Karl Anthony Towns huge. He's going to have to do it. Karl Anthony Towns is going to have to post up more against PJ Washington. He's going to have to post up more. Otherwise, if he's out there shooting threes and he's missing and not hitting, and he's giving that easy out, they're going to be in trouble because I think the Mavs are going to look to run a lot. They're going to look to run a lot. I just have a feeling they're going to push tempo and go, or they're going to put Rudy Gobert in a pick and roll and pretty much essentially eliminate him from the game. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't be surprised if you see either Kyrie or you see Luka, one of those two calling a high pick and roll, and it's going to be involving Rudy Gobert. Or Karl Anthony Towns. I think they're going to do it to both of them, Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. They're going to go. That's what you're going to see a lot of in this particular series. You're going to see that a lot. So the Wolves they're going to have to figure out a game plan to try and eliminate that. And again, this is just a preview of what I'm expecting from this game one that we're going to see it. Obviously, we know it's a fill-out game, and we're going to have to wait and see how it goes out. We all know it's the conference finals. So you got one team to focus on for best, best out of 7, first to 4. So that's what I expect to see. I expect Tim Hardaway Jr. to step up and have huge moments. Derrick Jones is going to be a primary defender, probably on Anthony Edwards. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Who else? Tim Hardaway Jr. A little undersized, but I think they're going to put him on. I think they're going to put him on Anthony Edwards as well. Luka's going to have to play some defense unless they throw him on McDaniels or hide him off on somebody else. But they got bodies to throw. Each team has bodies to throw at the other superstars. It's just a matter of, or the other stars, I should say. It's just a matter of the others coming in and knocking down shots and being more productive. Which team has the better bench? Which team that has more depth? The team that has more depth overall, you almost have to say, it's tough. It's tough to go against the Wolves because they got the 6th man of the year, but that's kind of where it ends. I feel like the Mavs have more depth because if Tim Hardaway Jr. is not starting, you got him that's coming off the bench. You still have some other savvy vets that's on that Mavs team that's coming off the bench as well, and they're always going to have one of their two big stars, meaning Luka and Kyrie, in the game at all times. If y'all haven't noticed that, they choreograph their minutes to make sure that one of them is on the court at damn near at all times, right? That's what they try to do. For the Wolves, it's like, obviously we know Ant-Man goes out. It's supposed to be Karl Anthony Towns time. We've seen him not have the highest basketball IQ at times when it could have potentially cost them a game or cost them a series. We've seen that. So we got to see if he can make any type of adjustments going against this type of team that's going to have, bigs that can guard, but also have a person that he's going to have to play defense against as well. So we got to wait and see. Definitely got to wait and see. But I cannot wait to see. It's going to be a hell of a matchup, chess matchup from the coaching staff perspective, and then on the court, a hell of a matchup between seeing these great players go at it and go to battle. But yeah, I feel like Jason Kidd is definitely going to outcoach, the Wolves coach. Obviously their head coach is dealing with an injury, so he can't really be, he's not mobile on the floor, so he has to kind of sit behind and allow his assistant coach to kind of run the show right now. And I feel like Jason Kidd is going to have a field day with that, just because he's able to jump up and shout these things. There is no delay in the message of turning over your shoulder to look at your head coach on something. You know what I mean? So, and then you got, again, 2 floor generals who are extremely well experienced at this level. More specifically, you got a champion in Kyrie Irving who's been there and won it at the highest level. That experience goes a long way. And then you have a Hall of Fame coach who was a hell of a point guard player himself and a champion, might I add you, and Jason Kidd, who understands at a high level as well. Then you got Luka, again, high basketball IQ as well. Flip that over to the Timberwolves side. You got Mike Conley, who has a good basketball IQ, but hasn't won at the highest level, and hasn't shown or know what it takes to win at the highest level, not as of yet. Rudy Gobert had some playoff experience. Ant-Man and Karl Anthony Towns, this is kind of their first their first run at the mill of going this deep in the playoffs. So again, what are we seeing? What are we gonna get? You know what I mean? Like I said, this is just a preview video for all of y'all that hung this deep or for the entire video. I appreciate you listening. Y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feel about game one. How do y'all have it going? And we can definitely keep going and chopping this up, man. But I wanted to jump out, give a quick preview on what I expect. As far as my prediction, y'all stay locked in for that. That video is going to be coming. Be dropping the day of the game early in the morning. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to offer it up now. But if you listen to the video, I think you kind of can read between the lines and see who you think I have winning game one, man. But that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through. Smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. And as always, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. And I'll be back at y'all to another one, man. We out.